up guys, Eric, Verus Engineering, and today we are installing our pitch stop brace for the VB WRX. I do believe this fits the VA as well. I believe it's all the same part number, but we are installing it on our shop VB. Now basically what you're going to notice with these units is basically less engine rocking fore and aft, so forward and rearward, and then you're going to improve that shifter feel as well as just a little bit more connected feeling with what the engine is doing. We actually have the full engine mount kit on our car, which I believe made the most difference, and then this just kind of is the cherry on top as far as improving that feel with the engine and the drivetrain as a whole. We include 3 different durometers with every kit, so you've got 70A, which is black, 80A, which is gray, and 90A durometer, which is blue. And then we have a few spacers which go on the inside and make sure that everything stays tight.
The tools we need are a 12mm socket, 14mm socket, something to drive that socket, which we used in impact, a torque wrench with a 14mm socket, flathead screwdriver, and then some high temp silicone grease, which we used Glide.
We've got the hood open and we're going to remove the charge cooler so that we can reach that pitch stop brace, which is basically right here in the center. Looks like a bunch of 12s, so that's what I'm going to do right now. We're going to remove the charge cooler. Which one's going to work easier? Oh, that's way easier. Don't do what I did. All right, so at this point we've removed the charge cooler from the engine bay and you can clearly see the pitch stop brace, which is located right here. Now the factory one is black and it has some rubber on it and I believe it's also steel. It might be plastic, I honestly don't remember. But that's our prototype unit, so that's why it's silver. We're gonna act like that's the factory unit though, so we're just gonna get after removing that and then we'll install our pitch stop brace for the... All right, so we're gonna assemble this unit. We're gonna pick the softest durometer, which is 70A. And then we got the spacers. You could actually probably mix and match if you wanted. So you could do like 80 here and 70 there. I don't know what that would do, but you're welcome to give that a try if you want. We recommend just a slight tiny bit of grease on the outside and the inside of the bushings to make sure that they go in easily as well as they do not squeak over time. We use Glide lubricant compound, multi-purpose. It seems to do a pretty good job. But again, you're not going to need a lot, just a little bit. We're going to repeat it from the small side. All right, and then we have the assembled pitch stop brace with the bushings and the spacers. We're basically removing the OEM. I know it's not OEM, just treat it as OEM. Pitch stop brace, it is a 14mm wrench or ratchet, whatever you want to use. I'm using a impact. And there's the factory one. I know it's not the factory one. Now we have our unit. We're going to throw it in there. We're going to bolt the rear one first, reuse the factory hardware, make sure you use the same one that went in the rear, obviously, and then we can slide that down. And then we are going to torque these to factory spec after I run it in with an impact real quick. Woo. All right, so we're going to torque the rear bolt, which goes to the firewall, 43 foot-pounds, and then we're going to torque the engine one to 37. Oh man. And yes, this is a gigantic torque wrench. There you go. All right, so that concludes basically the install. We're gonna throw it back together, put the charge cooler back on, tighten all the M12 or the 12 millimeter bolts, which are M8s. My guess on torque spec there, 12 foot-pounds. Yeah, not too bad. All right, guys, that concludes the install of our pitch stop brace. We did actually FEA these units, which we can show you here. But ultimately, you're going to see some improved engine feel. You will get a higher NVH as well, though, so be forewarned. Till next time.